Hi, everyone. Welcome to Sandy's Yarn Craft Country. Normally, you know me as Sandy and Stacy, or Sandy from the Fashion Girls. So I decided that since we still kind of have our Christmas decorations up yet, I'm going to start my own creative yarn craft show. Okay. There are several people that I ran across through the last couple months that had talked to me at craft shows and were looking for a craft to do. And so in our area, there's tons and tons of crafts out there. But in our area, it has to do with yarn. We have a lot of loom weaving. We have knit, crochet. There's just, if you go out there on the internet, there's tons and tons of yarn crafting out there. I am just getting into some loom knitting, but I've always been a crocheter and a knitter, and and a few other things. But basically, crochet and knitting has been my main craft. Okay, so what I should say, to accomplish in the videos or the shows that I'm going to do for you. Hopefully, you'll be interested enough to watch. It's mainly going to pertain to, accessories and clothing items that will go, with your wardrobe. So, we do our unboxings, which, by the way, today, I promise you, we are going to do more unboxing. It's been the holidays, we've been sick, same old thing. Okay, so we definitely we have some unboxings here to do for you. So, to go with some of the clothing today, knitting has become very popular. And there are several ways you can knit. Obviously, there's only one way to crochet, basically, aside from all the other nice stitches you can do. So it is getting very popular and it's very relaxing. So I have a knitted dress on. A knit dress. Knit dresses this year are very popular. This is from Gabe's, actually, but it was from Maurice's. And it's a very nice wintry pattern, like a Fair Isle pattern on the top. And knit dresses are very comfy. You can wear them with leggings, which I have them on today. So they're very much a staple in everybody's wardrobe. Okay. So what I would like to do, or again, to accomplish in this show, is to show you several different ways of doing yarn crafts that you can make yourself accessories for clothing, hats, scarves, that kind of thing. Okay. So this is just going to be a little introductory show, and when I start my first segment of the show, I will post it up for you. So mainly, the first thing, if you want to start with something simple, you can start with looms. And in fact, the first show is going to be on a knitting loom. Now, you probably say, I've seen kids do these before. Yes, the kids have a lot of fun with these. Little do some people know, you can make some wonderful hats, scarves, boot toppers, things like that with these looms. Very simple to use. Okay. I wasn't a big loom fan at the beginning. I fooled around with it a little bit and I kind of like it. These are only 2 sizes here. This will be my first show on how to do some knitting on a loom and make something simple. So these are loom knittings, and the idea is you wrap the yarn around these looms, you flip the stitch over. It's really, really simple. Okay, so that's one idea of it. In fact, let me grab this. This was done on this little small loom, and I don't think this one has the pegs, the number of pegs written on the back. Some of them do. I believe this one doesn't. But with this little thing and yarn, I made a little hat for my granddaughter's doll. And look at it. It's the cutest little hat that you can roll up. And it's just adorable. And it's with the chunky red heart yarn. So it's really cute. So that's simple. Okay. So then what I started out with was I had an aunt that taught me how to crochet. And, you know, I'm sure everybody somewhere along the line has seen a crocheting needle. So if not, crocheting needle comes in all sizes. This is an I crocheting needle. It has a hook. Obviously, you catch your yarn on the hook, go through the stitches. This is usually the loom is the first thing you start with. You can start with crocheting, which is very simple. A lot of people say I can't do it. Oh, yes, you can. It is a simple craft to do. It's practice, practice, practice. Okay, so that's a small one for different gauges of yarn. And then I have a really big one to do this is a size 15 or a 10 millimeter. And this is for your more chunkier yarns. Okay. So that is your other crochet needle. So these are crocheting needles, and I'm going to show you what I made with these two different needles. Okay, so with this crocheting needle, I have done some shawls. And again, this is all items that you can wear with turtlenecks, with clothing. As you see, I like to use chunky yarn. This is a cute little capelet that I did. And yes, I did this with a big size needle. I don't remember offhand what size, but it is a nice capelet. Very easy pattern to do, works fast, goes over your head, and it's a nice little capelet shawl that I made. Okay. Not that hard to do once you master crocheting. Okay, then the second thing I want to show you is here's another simple one just with a double crochet. As you can tell, I love blue. This is a crocheted blue shawl. It's very heavy because of the type of yarn. And this is kind of like, I'm going to show it like a heathered blue. All right. And I made it long enough. And for this kind of weather, it's the perfect thing to wear outside. You can wear it like this. I'm going to show you, I'm going to order some because I don't have any. You can also take a pin, but they're called shawl picks that you can put right here. And you're like, oh, I don't look like, I don't want to look like an old granny. You really won't. Shawls are very, very stylish. They're very in. You can wear them several ways. And it's handmade. It's handmade by you. And that is a big difference, that it is handmade by you. Okay, a lot of people say, oh, I'd like to make my own clothes. I don't have the talent. I don't have this, that, the other thing. Yes, you do. Okay, you can do it. And I'm going to try, I know it's hard online, but I am going to try and show you how to make a few things. All right, as we go along in different items. And the last thing is knitting. And these are 2 knitting needles, These are your straight knitting needles. They are, again, I like to use the bulky yarn. They're size 15. They come in all sizes, obviously. Knitting is a little more harder to master. What I suggest is a Learn to Knit book. This is an older book. There are tons and tons of books out there. Through the course of these shows, I will put down links of where you can get all the information or patterns that I use in the show. Sometimes they're my own patterns, which are the best. Okay, and one thing I'm actually working on right now knitting is I'm knitting a triangular shawl for myself. And I'll show you this one. See the triangle at the bottom? And I love the colors. I believe this is called Tudor, is the color of the yarn. Very nice colors. And I'm knitting that right now. And what I'm knitting it on is, again, these are knitting needles. And this is called a cable needle. And a cable needle is good when you're knitting something big like a shawl or an afghan. Okay? And this is all the knit stitch. It looks like it's the garter stitch, and it's just knit. It's not knit, purl, it's just knit. It's a very mindless, simple, variegated yarn. Very simple, mindless pattern that you can do watching TV, and that's exactly what I do. I pick this up when I'm feeling stressed out, or when I'm watching TV, I have to keep my hands moving. That's just how I've been. And I'll tell you, I was fortunate enough to have an aunt that I used to visit during the summers, my cousin, and her mom, my aunt, Arlene, taught me, how to knit. Sorry that I get a little emotional, but her and my cousin got killed a little over 3 years ago in a car accident. So I was very, very, very upset. As you see, it's still there. But I have had great fortunate time to spend with her while I was growing up, her and my cousin, and she taught me and her daughter how to knit one summer. So if it wouldn't have been for her, I wouldn't have even gotten interested in knitting because I had fun with crocheting. But as far as knitting, that's it. That's the knit stitch. So there's a lot of things you can do. So sorry about getting a little emotional there, but crafting was such a part of my childhood, and I kept it going today. If a lot of you don't know me from me and Stacy from the Fashion Girls that are just tuning in with this video, for people that don't know me, we have, I knit, I crochet, I do some weaving, I paint, I make soap. That's my craft hobby right now, that I go and do craft shows. I make soap. It's called Farm Country Soap, by the way. So I do that. So I wear many hats in crafting. And when you get into whatever craft you may already do, you will see that you branch out. Me, I get bored with things real fast and I have to trade off. Usually the winter, I do a lot of needlework, which is this. Okay, so that's just to give you a little bit of an idea of what I would like to accomplish in these shows, is show you different products. Since we do unboxings, show you different products, different yarns, different stitches, how to make different little accessories, that kind of thing. So I hope that you'll enjoy our shows. And again, this show is going to be called, it's called Sandy's. I'm never going to remember this, only because there are a lot of shows out there. So I had a momentary mind lapse. It is Sandy's Yarn Crafts. Sandy's Yarn Craft Country. I'm sorry. I will make sure I post it. It's Sandy's Yarn Craft Country. So the more we do the show, the more the title will come along. I'm sorry it's a little bit long, but there is a lot of crafters out there, and I wanted you to find me. If you want to find me, all you have to do is subscribe to Sandra Myers, which we do the unboxings at the Fashion Girls, and there will be a separate section down there where this show will be. Okay, so I promise you'll be able to find it. All righty, so thanks so much for watching the intro, for taking the time to watch the introduction of our new show, or my new show, which again is Sandy's Yarn Craft Country. So thank you so much for watching. And the first show, or the first episode of my crafting show, will be coming up in, either today or tomorrow. I will have it posted for you later on today or tomorrow. So I promise you, it'll be up soon, and you'll get an idea of what my show is going to be all about. All right. So thank you everybody for watching, and thank you all your supporters too for our clothing unboxings. All right, that's it for today. Watch out for the new episode of my new craft show. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye now.